How long gone? Chris Black here with you. Beautiful Sunday up here in Kingston, New York, Jason. The sun is out.
Wagwan, Kingston in the building.
The other Kingston. But I was reading because I did leave I forgot my podcast kit back at the apartment. And I was reading today on Twitter that a lot of people have returned to wired headphones after they lost an AirPod or whatever. And they're shocked at how much better they sound. Wired versus AirPod. Is that something you have experienced?
I love the aesthetics of a wired headphone, and I love a wired headphone in general. But the Apple ones, I just don't like them. They don't fit in my ear well. I never really feel like I'm getting a dope sonic experience.
I think that I never thought about this before, but I use my AirPods at the gym, and they don't get loud enough. They don't get loud.
Oh.
The wired headphone gets louder, which I find also interesting.
That is interesting.
And I'm not crazy. Like I've been researching this for months. This isn't a crack.
This motherfucker said, "I'm not crazy. I've been researching AirPod Bluetooth volume for months."
Yeah. I've been researching it at Equinox for approximately an hour and a half every day, and I don't have any data necessarily to back it up except a vibe.
I mean, it makes sense. I get it because the first time you used AirPods, you're like, what is going on here? This is some sort of sorcery.
That's true. That's true.
I understand how the sound gets into my ears from the cable, but
the sound
just straight 5G. I don't get it.
Straight 5G. This is that raw, uncut 5G going.
It goes
straight
into one ear, passes through my brain, kills my sperm, goes out the other ear, gives me colon cancer. It's fucking but no cables, bro. And then when you're at the gym and you're doing your little rows, you're not getting tangled.
That's the only reason I would have divested completely from the AirPod family of products, except for the Pro Max, of course, if the tangling wasn't an issue while trying to get a pump.
I just thought of something.
Please.
Because the floor is yours, brother. Because I used to work out at the gym. I'd have my phone or my AirPod. I'd have the wired headphones. I get these Panasonic earbuds that were like $1.15 on Amazon. I would buy like 10 of them. I would treat them like a white tee. But having your fucking 4.5-pound iPhone 17 Pro Max in your pocket while you're trying to do your wind sprints or your whatever, it just doesn't work. So they should make a little, like, something the size of like an air tag, just like a little thing that you plug in and it just straps onto your waistband or whatever, the size of like an iPod Nano. And that's just a transmitter, so you can have your phone on a table, in the little cup holder, in the whatever, and then hopefully have that little iPod Nano be a step tracker as well.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's put these.
Okay.
Let's put these watch losers out of business. All you Garmin.
Steve Jobs, you listening?
All you Garmin lovers, you better run and hide. TJ is coming with some ideas. He said.
"Ooh, first one's free.
Check the wrist, though.
Oh, yeah, you thought
that is so that means, and I think we've talked about this before, but I'm traveling with 3 pairs of headphones at all times, which does feel absolutely stupid.
And one of those is for your podcasting kit that you forgot? When you went upstate for your little weekend?
No, I bring, no matter where I'm going, I have wired headphones for regular use. I have AirPod regulars for gym, and I have AirPod Pro Max for plane.
How many pairs of shoes do you travel with?
I try to keep it to 1 I wear on the plane and 2 in the bag max, and one of those is for sport.
Okay, so you bring 3 pairs, the same amount of shoes.
Yeah,
you bring for your headphones. You've got a formal, a casual, and a gym.
Basically, yeah, basically. And when you live,
there's got to be another way.
When you live a carry-on lifestyle, there's not much else you can do. When you wear a size 12 and you live a carry-on lifestyle, there's only so much footwear you're going to be able to shove in there.
Ooh, it's giving carry-on.
You know how it is. You're suffering worse than me. How many shoes can you possibly bring?
Half. I can bring 1 shoe. I gotta. The other shoe is dangling on, I clip it to the back of my backpack like I'm a fucking high school track athlete.
It'd be really sick if you just only had flip-flops at all times. That's all it fit. That's all it fit. I got my Havaianas in the bag, but that's kind of all I can handle right now. I know it's winter, but this is kind of what I'm dealing with.
That's it. Van slip-ons, that's it. 1 pair for everything. Yeah, I was thinking about try this on for size. When you get a new pair of shoes, Vans, Converse, whatever it might be, just a casual canvas
Uh-huh.
shoe. When you first get them, they're too new looking. You
Bro,
know
are
what
you
I
about to
mean?
tell me to go ASAP Punky mode and fucking draw on them?
No, no, I don't want you to draw your crush or the pixies on the heel or the sole. I'm I'm talking, but you know what I'm talking about. When you get the crispy
Yeah, of course, of
shoes,
course.
some shoes you want to keep crispy, some shoes you don't want to. You don't want to. You want to have a patina to them.
That's right.
And I was thinking of how to like fast track the patina process.
Well, I mean,
So to me, the number one thing you can do, you get a new pair of Vans, Converse, whatever it is, even the Margellas, whatever. You put them in the ocean and then you leave them out to dry in the sun, like a sardine or a sun-dried tomato.
yeah, a sun bleach is a classic method. But I'm
But I think it's important to get the microbiomes and salt water and algae and all the stuff, the flora and fauna of the ocean into those fibers to then be sun-kissed. I think that really takes it to an extra place.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, you're coming from a place of beach privilege, so I just want to put
Well,
that out there.
I've got to. You teed me up. A lot of our listeners are landlocked. They don't have ocean access like I do. Ocean Avenue.
There's a place off Ocean Avenue.
I'm thinking about developing some type of shoe. I guess shoe patina-ing blend. It's where you have to create. You have to bring the ocean to you.
Okay, all right,
And not
Jason.
in a
All right,
not in a Tommy
all right,
not in a
Jason,
Tommy
Mark.
Bahamas
All right,
kind of
Jason,
way.
Mark, calm down. All right, you're so okay. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and I don't know this to be. I've never dipped shoes in the ocean, let them dry. I've done it with other products. There could be some shrinkage though, and that's
Oh.
something you got to consider because obviously one foot's always a little bigger than the other. You don't want to come home. You don't want to come out with a crispy pair of Vans Eras. And then the right's a little tighter than the left. You can't skate in them. You can't really
Okay.
stun in them. It's a whole problem.
Does the shrinkage come from the sun or the sea or a combination of the
I think
two?
it's the combination of both. I think it's a combination of both.
I
But
had not considered shrinkage. This
I don't.
changes everything.
I'm sorry that my mind's on the kind of I'm a wear test guy, so I
Okay.
kind of have to think this stuff through for the
Anyway, I'm gonna make a pot of boiling water, put in some kombu, which is how our Japanese friends make dashi, which is
Okay.
basically just dried seaweed.
Are you about to say you're making a broth for your shoes?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoe broth.
Okay. Shoe broth by Jason Mark does have a nice ring to it.
Not a bad. And then, I'm saying a little bit goes for the Vans, a little bit, put a little tofu in there, some green onion. You got a nice little miso soup going.
Okay, so
you know
you're
what I mean?
okay. So you're okay. One question with this custom blend Jason Mark shoe broth,
Yeah.
is it possible? Are you saying that even if the shoes are new,
Yeah.
are you saying that you could have the broth after the boil? Or are you saying you have to have the broth before the boil? Or are you saying that these are two separate pots at the same time because you have such a large, nice oven and range?
I say, how much of a sneakerhead are you? Are you
That's
gonna drink?
exactly
Do you
it.
drink? It's just like do you wash your hands before or after you pee?
Well, sure.
Do you drink the shoe broth before or do you drink it after? How much are you dedicated to the sneaker lifestyle?
I think if you're really, really about it, then you have no choice but to drink it after a little bit of that gum has come off.
Also, shoe broth. Just all the different shoe brands. Just boil a shoe for overnight on low. A little onion, a little garlic in there. See how it tastes. Who knows?
The shoe broth thing has legs, though. No
Shoe
pun
broth
intended.
has
No
legs.
pun intended. But I will say there are going to be some downsides for like the Jordan collector community, the Air Force One community, because they don't want creases, they don't want patina. This only works.
Yeah, those people. Yeah, this is not for them.
No, I just want to make sure that you realize that you're being, I would say, non-inclusive to certain communities. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I went there. What are you gonna do about it, sneaker bitches?
Okay, StockX power users, bang Jason's line. Let him know he's in the wrong for this one.
Hmm. So what up, playa? How you doing? So you're in Kingston,
Kingston, yeah.
upstate New York.
Yeah, there's a great hotel here called Hotel Kinsley. It's pretty interesting. There's like 4 different buildings like in the same general part of town that they own. So they all are a little bit different.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's an hour and 45 from New York. I got this insane lipstick red Cadillac Escalade V that sounds like a Corvette.
Pause.
It's the craziest car I've ever. I would say it's the craziest car I've ever borrowed. It's really something else.
Really?
Extremely comfortable, but just like full size TVs in the
Mhm.
headrest, just has all of it.
Okay. Congratulations. Unfortunately, those free cars, they're always a funked up color, huh?
Oh yeah, they never black.
Imagine getting a black rental car.
But honestly, it's fun. It's more funny because then I'm just sort of like,
Yeah.
let's see what we get this time. It's like open a pack of Pokemon cards, you know. You never know what you're gonna get.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're here. We just came for a couple days, and then but I was impressed because a lot of these upstate towns, there's a certain, you know, it's a little bit Brooklyn, obviously, is what it mimics the most. But this is the most like they them barista upstate town I've ever seen.
Mhm.
But there's something I think coincides here. It's the best food I've ever had in one of these places. Like we've
Mm.
been to a handful of restaurants and they've all been good. Like
You
much
mean
better than
in
I
the
expected.
town, not just the hotel
Yeah.
food?
No, we haven't eaten at the hotel. We haven't actually eaten at the hotel. We've eaten
Okay.
at there's some, you know, bakery called Rosie's. There was like a real restaurant called Eliza. There was a pizza place last night called Lola. It's all like better than it should be considering where you are, you know, which is kind of what you look for in these little weekend getaways from New York.
It's all you got, isn't it?
That's all. It's really all you got. I mean, the weather's
Three hots and a cot up there, huh?
3 hours and I went to the gym this morning. Oh, that's when you know you've really hit it. When you go to a gym in upstate New York and you don't see any needles in the parking lot, it's it's both reassuring and diminishing somehow in both in
Okay,
both.
this is why we holiday in Kingston and not Syracuse. No offense to
No
our
offense, sorry.
Cabal
No.
315 listeners.
Thank you for that, Jason. Thank you for representing for the click. But yeah, it's anyway. So we're gonna drive back this afternoon, but I've been really impressed with the food. There's a place called Village Coffee that is really A plus plus,
Okay.
and the only place I've been with hot employees. So shout out to them.
Okay.
You
That's
know, shout out
nice.
to them.
Okay, this is a cute little getaway for you. I'm sure this was your idea, not hers, right?
Oh, I've been planning this for months. What do you mean? Yeah, I've been working on this. This is in my spreadsheet that I keep in my Google Docs. So I this is just one of many things I've planned for the year with all the
When on your on your spreadsheet, do you put how many what the Yelp review
Oh.
is on the Lola pizza?
yeah, I put the Yelp review and I also even pull out some sample reviews that are both good and bad and full
It's
text.
so important to get the good and
Just
the
so
bad.
yeah, because when you're asking people to click a link, that's an extra step. You know what I mean? It's much nicer. It's much nicer to kind of provide that all in the document for
The
them.
Black experience.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Okay, so yeah, there's much going on in the world. Fuck ICE and all that stuff.
That stuff is you know, I heard them talking about it on Joe Budden today, and I was pleasantly surprised to hear.
Guy who learns about this from the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, I never heard about this. No, they were just really they were repping for Minneapolis the way that we
Yeah.
do, like talking about how great it is.
It's a blue state, but they cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it's sort of. I didn't know that the love of Minneapolis. I didn't know what boundaries it was able to cross. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. I just didn't realize.
It doesn't seem like you would bet the house on the Joe Budden podcast.
No.
Big upping Minneapolis.
The best thing I've seen so far from this, you know, nasty work from the ICE agents is now that I think people are feeling very empowered to record with their cell phones them going up to ICE agents and just absolutely berating them
Yeah.
in public at any time, and they just can't. They can't do anything about it, which is it's strange that they'll snap.
Well, I mean, they kind of can. They could shoot you in the face 4 times.
No, but I mean they choose not to in those when
Right,
somebody's
right.
3 feet from your face calling you a pussy and telling you to
Yeah.
take off your mask and they are able to be calm. I'm like, this is such an you weren't able to be calm 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Why can you be calm now? It's very strange.
I mean, and I guess it's important that people are doing that because that's all that we really can do is shame these people into thinking that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
I mean, it's the most low IQ job you can get. It's worse than being a PE teacher. You know, it's like this is the lowest form.
Don't come for our educators.
No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I love my PE teachers. I'm saying that it's
Pause.
I didn't think there's anything worse than being a cop. And then they invented a new job that's actually worse than being a cop, which is
true.
honestly impressive from a innovation standpoint.
Yeah, but you know the difference being, and I was listening to this on JBP as well. They all had something along the lines of to say, you know, I know a couple people that are police officers. They're good people. They're not shitty. Blah blah. good cops do exist, even though they're few and far between nowadays.
I've never met one, but sure.
No, but you cannot say that about ICE agents. No,
Oh, definitely
there are
not. No.
there are no ICE agents who are good people.
No, I think there are people that still choose to be cops because they think they can help people.
Yeah.
I think people are joining ICE because they're down, they don't have any money and they want a job.
Or they want to kill.
Yeah, I think there's part of that, but I mean, I don't, dude, it's just all that shit is so crazy. The video is so crazy. It's all so fucked. It's all so fucked.
I guess in some good news, Fetty Wap out.
Oh, free Fetty. Thank you. As always on How Long Gone, free the guys. And this is no different than our usual. And he's looking he's looking a little bigger. He looks like he put on some muscle maybe in the when he was upstate.
He didn't have anywhere to go but up. You know what I mean? He was a slight man.
Now the question is, do you think Fetty's first day out is gonna be good or bad, or do you think he's gonna wait? Do you think did they beat him with a chain when he left jail? Is this a Max B situation? I didn't really see what the vibe was when he was out.
I think Lil Fetty's going to keep a low pro, hopefully. I mean, I don't know if he's going to go back to selling drugs and guns and stuff like that, but I think hopefully for him, his music has continued to, get streams and stuff like that. Maybe he's just had, he's got those Spotify checks, little mailbox money. The royalties over the last few years, he hasn't been able to. So it's just like been sitting there, you know what I mean? So he's got a nice little nest egg.
That's not. I'm sure he's had several baby mama who've spent all his money while he's been in jail. But I like that.
Yeah.
In theory, you're right. In theory, he should have, because those songs are.
That's a good point.
I'm sure those songs do very well on streaming. I mean, that's like he had a couple real sort of. I think those are going to exist forever type songs.
Women have a real soft spot for 1738 when they hear that in the club.
Jason
gets
knows.
the people going.
Jason knows. He said, "Oh, if it's looking a little dim in here, I just put on Fetty, and all of a sudden, his hoe's only on the dance floor." I just wonder. Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do, because obviously the sound has changed and developed in a bad way, I would say, since his reign on the charts. I wonder if he can come just do the same shit he was doing, and it'll resonate, because it's like different now, basically. Still,
we need him. Yeah. Hey Fetty, save hip hop. Fetty is what I call my Siri.
I think he could save hip hop, but I'm glad to see that we freed at least one of the guys.
I mean, it seems like every day now the guys are being freed. Ali Wong, Bill Hader, finally split after 2 years.
All right, so Jason, as a white man in a relationship with an Asian woman, what do you think that Bill did wrong? What pushed this over the edge, besides his absolutely bleak outlook and demeanor? What do you think that he did that set Ali Wong, one of the most annoying people on earth? What was too much for her?
Dick Two Bomb.
I've heard that about him.
Yeah.
I've heard, because who was it?
Don't sleep.
Who was it that said? Rachel Bilson, I think, said?
Yeah.
Like after dating all these baddies, she said Bill's the only one that hit her right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually so cool. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is, it's kind of like, like in superhero movies where they have to like access their superpower, but it like really hurts them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In order for him to truly tap that correctly, he has to access like a dark place that he's been working through with therapy and SSRIs to avoid.
So every time he beats it up, the Wellbutrin sort of does backflips.
Yeah, it looks like Superman and the Kryptonite. He's got to, take a couple days solo time, rest up, get on IV fluids and all that stuff.
That's why that SNL schedule didn't work that well for him. I get it. It's kind of a full-time job in a lot of ways. Okay.
Bill said I could write, I could act, I could beat it up. I can't do all three. Okay.
Okay, so you're saying that Bill Hader and Ali Wong broke up because she was basically just like, this guy is just beating up too good. It's taking my mind off of work. I can't focus. My black scent is suffering. I gotta focus is what you're saying.
I think that Wong is a serial dater. I don't think she's ever you can't tie her down. And I think she's gonna be running through these white boys for the rest of her life. She's gonna eventually land on someone who's like a real goofy guy to match her goof, because Bill is like a funny goofy guy, but he's also like severely depressed and a dark, humorous person. She needs to get with somebody who's like a little more clowny, You know what I mean? A little more silly.
Do you have any since you're so deeply involved in the comedy space, is there anybody from the kind of stand-up or comedy acting world that you would prescribe?
Marcelo Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Marcelo Fresno. He might be a little young, but maybe she needs that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a good this
She needs to try all the flavors. But I'm just imagining that Bill at one point was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
I'm not saying that he broke up with her, but I'm saying that,
Well, I'm hearing some rumors that, were they fighting when Rob Reiner's son interrupted him?
I mean, I think that's a rumor that people want to be true, but there's not really any
I
way
don't think
of,
there's any basis for that either, but I can't.
yeah, there's no basis for
Bill
that.
Hader's had a tough couple months, and that is, I think, pray for Bill. That's on God.
I don't
Pray
know
for Bill.
if the Wong is just that good, but dating her seems insufferable.
Oh, I mean, look, if you think it's bad dating us or being married to us, think how bad it is dating Ali Wong. That's we're bad, she's worse. It's impossible.
Whitney Cummings probably the only one who would be
Dude.
worse than dating Ali
Dude.
Wong.
I don't know if I could make it through a dinner with her. She's marrying a professional skateboarder. You know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's marrying.
I hope he doesn't listen. Sorry,
He's
bro.
more of a core. No, he's not like one of our boys. He's more of a core. Chris Cole. He's more of a classic core skater. He's not really in the cool guy world.
Okay.
But it's an interesting pairing because I feel like she's probably dated all types as
Damn,
well.
Chris Cole, you got a damn million followers on Instagram.
Oh, Chris Cole can skate. He's very good at skateboarding.
Damn, I'm looking at his IG. He's got a limited collab of his own knives. Sick ass knives.
Oh, that is nice. Wow, he's branched out. Okay, go off, Chris.
Go off.
Go off, Chris.
Scooter Braun, frustrated by athletes constantly sliding into Sydney Sweeney's DMs. Incredibly disrespectful. I saw a tweet that said, I'm sure this will stop them.
I saw somebody else
letting people know he's frustrated.
I saw somebody else say if your man's name is Scooter, you're single.
Yeah. I mean, also true. Because he could change his name at any time.
I think that I think.
I mean, I guess he could have.
I mean,
it's a little late now, but
it is a little. I mean, so what?
When he was 20, he could have changed it.
Do you think he can hang on to a baddie A-list starlet, or do you think that his ego is too fragile? He can't handle Wemby sliding in and saying, "Let me get on your jet ski."
Works every time, that line. Let me get on your jet ski. I think that he will be able to weather the storm for, let's say, another like 9-10 months, and then they'll find him at a time where he's emotionally fragile, whatever it may be going on in his life, and he will be hit with a Jalen Brunson DM or a whatever it is. And it'll just one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break, and it's going to push him over. He's going to do the thing where he cries and snot comes out when he's yelling at her, and she sees a new side of him that she can't forget.
Can you imagine catching that outside of Giorgio Baldi? Oh, I mean, I think that they are. Unfortunately, I think they're sort of a match made in heaven. And I think it could work out long term if Scoot can get past his jealousy, because I think she wants to date like a rich guy who's not totally a civilian, but also not an actor. Like if she wanted to date an actor or musician, she would just do that.
Scooter's perfect for the job, then.
That's what I'm saying. I think Scooter's the right man for the job because her ex-boyfriend was like a scammer restaurateur. Not that we don't know anybody like that. So it's a
half of our
bit,
friend group.
Yeah. So I think it's like this is the right man for her, and there are other archetypes, but it's nice that Scooter's not like a tech. Like to get that kind of money, usually you got to be like a tech guy, or it's got to be from your family. Scooter, whether you like him or not, I mean, he sort of got it out the mud. I mean, I'm sure his parents have bread, but
he got startup money. He has every celebrity on his contact list, and he could walk through the airport without getting swarmed.
It's kind of the dream, actually.
He doesn't have to put his ALD jacket over his head while he's riding on the golf cart through JFK.
He might not be beating it up like Hater, but he's got a lot of checks in his column.
Yeah. Lil Scooter dick game, not bomb. But
Who's gonna be
still.
the first rapper to say "hit it like hater" though? That needs to be somebody. Somebody needs to take that from us now.
And the fact that hater rhymes with hater,
It's, I mean, that's God's plan.
volumes of material to work
That's
with
God's
there.
plan.
But I think the rappers, unless we start rapping, I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either, Jason. That's a pretty safe and fair bet. I did go to see the industry premiere on Thursday before we came up here.
Oh yeah, which us civilians have to watch it tonight, only on HBO.
I mean, I loved it. It was great, but it was a very it's because I had seen Conrad like, I don't know, maybe 4 months before, and he's like, oh, they really let us get away with some stuff. I'm like, okay, bro, like, what does that even mean? And let me tell you something, they really let him get away with some stuff, and I was aghast at some of the.
Can you give us is it
Let's just say you see this.
is it on the level of Heated Rivalry?
Let's just say you see the star of the show put on a giant black strap-on dildo and prepare to use it on another cast member. Let's just say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess on the last season,
Yeah.
we saw Homegirl's dad's fully erect penis while he was
Yes.
getting top in the yacht. And I was like, damn, I'm seeing like a 65-year-old guy's hard dick right now. That's something.
That's Hollywood, baby. That's Hollywood. But yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be. I mean, I think the reviews are like amazing.
Yeah, I was watching the last whatever 3-4 episodes of season 3 to just make my edible brain remember what had happened.
Kiernan's in it a lot, and I guess the first episode is pretty funny. It's pretty in that.
I forgot just how good the show was, man.
Yeah, I know. It's great. I know it's rare. I mean, I haven't look. I know that we've received a lot of feedback saying talk about Heated Rivalry.
I still haven't. I plan to watch it. Let's make we gotta. Let's watch one episode.
It's too late now. It's over.
It kind of is. Like, is there anything that can be said that hasn't already? Right.
Well, and once Fry dissects it for the New Yorker, there ain't nothing we're gonna add to it except gay jokes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, we pull up to the kill. It's nothing but bones. New Yorker's already picked at it.
Oh, Fry's already had her way with it.
Yeah, because our skill set as fast movers in the podcast space, 3 episodes a week, not a big deal, is to hit it before anyone else has a chance to. But this one, it's giving sloppy seconds, thirds, and fourths.
I will say that at the
like our moms have probably watched it by now. You know
definitely.
what I mean?
But at the industry premiere, one of them was there.
Yeah, I saw both of them last night.
Last night, I'm sure. Or the one of them that was there was getting more attention than any member of the industry cast at their own premiere.
Mm-hmm.
But something I was talking to someone like an agent type, and I was like, "What are these guys like? What's the deal?" He's like, "They didn't have agents until 2 weeks ago. They have like nothing lined up. They're just getting inundated with offers, but there's no like. It happens so fast. There's like no plan.
Yeah."
Which is fascinating.
They're just getting offers now.
Yeah, but it's like I just don't know, man. I feel like
hopefully they've partnered with somebody who has a great strategy for them.
I
don't want them to fumble these Canadians.
I'm worried that and again, I haven't watched the show. They seem pretty they seem to have good attitudes and are pretty
yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is I think that this could hurt you as much as it could help you. Like the speed of this is so is so breakneck and so crazy, and you have to try to keep your head on straight, but also the way that it seems that Hollywood and celebrity moves, it's just sort of like if you don't do something immediately, you're just forgotten about because there's going to be a new version of this.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to navigate, hitting 0 to 60 without getting whiplash like that and crashing the whole thing.
But the AB, I guess, like one of them did, like Good Morning America or something, and it was like Harry Styles level pandemonium.
Yeah.
And it's like
people throwing their underwear at him and shit on the street.
It's 6 episodes of a TV show that was on Crave. It's insane. It's insane that it's just a real testament to how the internet can drive something like over the line in a good way and a bad way with like immediacy.
Yeah, and I think it's the interesting part about it is it makes you, like people would say like, oh, punk rock. The real big part about it was that it made thousands of people think I can start a band now. When you hear Sex Pistols for the first time,
yeah.
This TV show, the idea of it is enough to propel it into success. The show itself, no one says the show is good. They're just like, OMG, I watch it.
That's kind of true, dude. You're right. You're right.
Just the idea of like, all right, two hot guys who are hockey players, the straightest sport you can think of, are low-key gay and they have sex with each other. And that's the pitch. And then someone is like, okay, yeah, that's going to work. And like, let me see the script. I don't know. It's just they're going to fuck and play hockey. Okay. Let's do it. Good enough for me.
I mean, well, when you're doing it,
like what happens in the show? Every 7 to 14 minutes, they fuck.
that is actually really
okay.
That's a great point. No one has mentioned. I've never heard any one mention of any plot or like what happens. Never, not once. Except
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. And I think it's cool, and I think it's really cool for like a low budget, weird Canadian thing to just sort of hit like this because the stars aligned. I think it's all great and very interesting.
I wonder if anyone else like are people scrambling like, all right,
definitely. Oh my god, 100%.
Like log cutting championships, but they gay.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Truck drivers, but they gay.
Yeah.
Just think of the straightest stuff and make them. Let's think of the gayest stuff and make them straight.
No, I can see it now. Chicago Fire, Santa Monica Boulevard. There's like there's a lot of ways we could do this. Chicago Fire, Palm Springs. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to kind of switch up the style.
Whoa, you have a really big hose. 6'7". Stuff like that.
Just stuff like that. When you say dialogue doesn't matter, you really mean it in this case.
Yeah, man.
You really mean it.
It don't matter.
So, all right, so you went to the party. You went to the best performances party, the yearly. Hollywood is just on the amount of parties that are happening the last 2 days in LA for the awards.
You picked the wrong weekend to go to Kingston, brother man.
I think I picked the right. I didn't get invited to the BAFTA Amazon tea, so I can't be everywhere at once. You know how it is.
Not Amazon tea. It's giving Amazon tea. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to any other parties, just this one, mainly because I didn't get invited to the Chanel party or Taylor Swift's sourdough party or any of the other.
Yeah, before we get into the W, there's so Taylor Swift had some sort of gathering at the Bird Streets Club in LA, and everybody leaving the party. Also, the person that's photographed the most with she brought her home baked sourdough bread to give to her friends at this gathering.
She got her elbow bakery on and said, all right, I need to make 400 loaves of sourdough.
So she made the loaves, and the best picture, one of the best pictures I've seen in the last year is Somber leaving. Somber obviously hasn't had a piece of bread in 10 years. Look at him. Somber leaving Taylor Swift's dinner party with a loaf of sourdough, clutching it like a pack of Camel Lights.
First time he's ever held a loaf of bread.
Do you think he's ever been to a grocery store? I bet he hasn't. Because he grew up in New York, so it was either Fresh Direct or a bodega. I bet he's never been inside a grocery store.
He's never been to a grocery store now.
But you said you talked to someone last night.
I talked to Danielle.
And she said the sourdough is good.
I was like, yo, you got to tell me, real eater to a real eater does the sourdough actually hit? And she's like, yeah, come over, get a slice. It's actually good. Who knows if she's being truthful? We'll see.
Obviously, you can't tell the truth about Taylor Swift in any way.
But she said she wants to come on the pod, and we can maybe probe her about that. See what the
I think she's
what the crumb structure is.
We've tried to have her
see what her fermentation moisture levels
are.
We've
tried to have a Haim on the pod for 2 years, and no one will do it. So I'm a little. Sometimes I'm just like
a grease pig. Those slippery Haim sisters.
I'm like, somebody's lying to you. You know what I mean? Someone is lying to you. Someone is lying to you.
They're all lying to me. But whatever, it's fine. They'll eventually come on at some point. But yeah, I mean, it was. I would say this was the best W Magazine party that I have been to, and we've gone to whatever 3 or 4 of them now. This one was actually turned because it happens the day before the Golden Globes, so people don't want to really like
get crazy.
They don't want to rage because they have to be on national television tomorrow and do press and hair and makeup and all that shit. But
imagine being hungover and Nikki Glaser making fun of you. Ooh, baby, oof.
Can't live worse than death.
Can't live through that.
But people were actually turning up. Shout out to Ross and Harley for doing a good job DJing. And I was drinking. I was talking to Jonathan, Alana's boyfriend, and he put me onto champagne splash of vodka. I think he said it was called a Marilyn Monroe because that's what she would drink, and
That's the
it's a
most.
nice
That's the most
little
guy who. That's
alcoholic.
the most guy who grew up in Hollywood shit I've ever heard in my life. That's
I
the most my
know.
dad was in the business shit I've ever heard. I love it.
I read about it in a book that my dad gave me. Yeah, but it reminds me. I used to drink sangria, and I would like, to me sangria is such like a party beverage. It's like a turn up, like jungle juice kind of vibe to me, but it is just like half orange juice and half red wine. So like essentially it's like the amount of alcohol that you'd have in like
Yeah,
a Coors Light.
yeah.
So it's just kind of like, well, I drank 12 of these and I'm not even buzzing, cousin. So I would spike the sangria with like a whole bottle of fucking tequila in it. And there's so much other stuff going on in there that you don't really taste the tequila. It just makes it a little more turned up. And this is a similar vibe to where champagne just won't get you there fast enough, you know?
That sounds.
But then you still look chic and that you're just like, I'm mincing around a party with my little flute. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem.
Twinkle Toes TJ with his little flutie. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
I've never.
I just put this stuff in my drink. It's called like GH something, but like it really works.
So it's called the Marilyn Monroe. It's actually a splash of vodka, champagne, and then a lot of Molly powder. It's the best. You kind of just
That's right.
you just let loose. You have a good time. You're able to dance. You know, it's easy.
It's called a Tesla and tonic. It's just a
But I've
it's just a ground up red pill.
but I liked that. I liked that. I saw a picture of Jeremy Allen White wearing just a leather jacket.
Yeah, I ran into him in the on the staircase. We had a little brief chat. Oh fuck, his friend was wearing a sick ass hat. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, he was, of course, looking sick and effortless in his leather jacket and jeans, while everyone else was in their tops and tails.
It's nice to be able to pull that off. I wonder. I can't see who made the leather jacket. It has like some embossing on it. I'm sure it's Louis Vuitton, probably. Is my guess. But
Yeah, because he'll walk up to the front desk and be like, "What? You're not gonna let me in?"
yeah, what are you gonna
That's
do?
what I thought.
Yeah, what are you
Move.
move? Did you get
Hot
fucked up?
stuff coming through.
You're sounding a little bit hungover, but not extremely. Did you get twisted?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
foggy.
you did?
Oh yeah, I got after it, brother man.
What time did you get home though?
Not that late. We had a 6:45 res at the Tower Bar. Shout out to Al for blessing. So we were up in there, you know, a couple martinis in before the 8 p.m. party started. You know, maybe we got a little something else, maybe we didn't. And
Bro, are you trying to hold on, bro? Are you trying to be coy with me? You ain't fooling anybody, bro.
I mean, I'm trying to not be that coy.
Okay, so you did cocaine. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just like, it was more loot. Like, people were not like, because there's so many celebs there, and everyone is just like, what do you do at this party? You just stand around and stare at Benicio del Toro because he's standing right there. Like, what else can you even focus your attention on? But for this year, you know, like there's some, like J-Lo was there, Leo was there, like it was top of the top, but everyone was just like chilling and everyone was smoking. Everyone, like the party, it usually ends at 12 and it was going till like 1:30. Like people were still hanging out, letting it rip. So I don't know why or what
God,
happened.
that sucks. Sarah had to put down her credit card for incidentals. So that's gonna be rough.
If we go after 12, there's going to be a search. I know, just do it. Just do it. Substack will pay for it.
There's gonna be an extra charge if Benicio keeps smoking in the bedroom. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, shout out to Substack.
I saw that Lana Del Rey was there. Were you able to but her man was there, so you had to kind of keep it under control.
Her man was there. I didn't see her at all. I was hanging out with Daniel. Yeah, my buddy for the night was Daniel. 103 Point Never. We got to really post up and politic, and he was like, "Oh shit, there go Lana," and I was like, "Oh damn," and then we just kind of talked about her for a while. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's how many people were there in such a small space. I didn't know or see.
I just thought
half
that
of
in
these-
particular. I just thought that in particular is because she doesn't really go to much. You know what I mean? Like that's
I know.
not somebody.
She has no reason to be there.
That's not somebody you see out and about very often, especially with. But the gator chaser has grown his hair out a little bit, and I just, you know,
Gaeta Chase.
it's not great. I think he should go back to short. But look, who am I to say? Who am I to say? But that
Yeah,
sounds fun. And
hopefully
I
they
am upset.
didn't let him in.
I am upset I missed it, and it's my safari got canceled, so I couldn't. It's just the plans were it's fucked. It's fucked. But next year we'll be back. Next year we'll be back.
I couldn't go to the Golden Globes party because my safari got canceled.
Literally.
But also shout out to my new bestie Wolfgang Tillman.
It's Wolfgang Tillmans with an S.
The S is silent now. It's he tells his inner circle that the S is actually silent.
S is silent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I go by Khia now. So if you could just kind of
He
show
said,
some
"I'm not a
respect.
Till boy. I'm a Till man."
Man.
But
Did
yeah,
you see?
I was just like talking to him. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I know who that name is, but I couldn't put a face to the name. And we were just, he was like looking at me because he's a tall guy and we were standing next to each other and we just started chatting and blah, blah, blah. And then we went and grabbed a drink and we were hanging out. And then Jeff Henny was like, "Do you know who that is?"
You're like some gay guy that had an accent. I don't know fucking know. Get in line.
And then I was like, "Oh yeah, oh, bro, big fan, blah blah blah." And then I was like, I do a podcast. My co-host is on your dick, and he's like, "Yeah, I know. Chris has been a problem at the house and stuff like that. He's on a couple. My guys have to."
He found my address on Reddit. And he has been there since. He's kind of been there since. So it's been a problem for us.
He's on my lawn and he sends me these notes that says your work saved me, and I'm like, and so I had to say that you're cool. You're actually not like crazy or whatever.
Thank you for that, Jason. That's big.
But the best part,
big.
he gave me his business card, and it looks so 2003. It looks like the most. It's so good.
Well, that's exactly all of that. Having a business card at all and then having it look like 2003 is exactly what I want from him.
I was hoping that it would be more of a personal email address instead of fucking studio@wolfgang.net or whatever it is. But c'est la vie. The first step of a long journey. I got to hang out with fellow podcaster Matt Bellany.
I didn't know they let him into stuff like this.
Lawrence Sherman had to pull a couple strings, get him in.
Oh man.
But he was there with his producer Craig.
Yeah.
It was very funny talking to them in the middle of a celeb party, and they were talking to me as if we were on a podcast. But instead of talking about people out in the world in the ether, we're talking about people that are standing next to us.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting meta moment, because hearing their two voices is just like, if you listen to their podcast, The Town, then you know the vibe. But just like dudes speculating on what's happening in the entertainment industry.
Those guys just got to relax. You know what, dude? Tonight's not the night to talk about fucking, China Open. I also, just quickly, Marty Supreme is over, bro. We haven't heard a word about that.
Don't say that to my man Daniel. He said there's still a couple more squeezes left on the vine here.
Oh, he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about him. He's a generational talent. He's gonna be just fine. I'm just saying to you that the way that we were inundated with that for 3 straight months, and then it came out, and it's just crazy.
Even the big waves crash, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, like, there's no way it's just really, once something like that hits the peak and then it's out, it's just, there's no way to keep the conversation going. It's impossible, basically.
I mean, I guess
Like,
the only way, I think the timing of when it came out might help it or hurt it as well, because by the time the award cycle comes around for it, people will be like, like when I feel like we're on like the 4th year of like Wicked being nominated for awards. Yeah, I know there's a sequel, but you know what I mean? Like, there's some movies where you're just like, bro, that came out so many, 18 months ago, and now I have to hear about it all over again. But
it's geese coming out in 2024. It's the same. No, I mean, it'll be fine, obviously, and I think it can be. I'm not worried about them at all. It's just a crazy thing to think that's all we could talk about or hear, literally 2 weeks ago.
Look, I'm just happy that we are talking about that instead of everything, everywhere, all at once, or these fake movies that win all these awards and people gas up that are just awful. I was talking to Daniel, One of Tricks Point Never, and then one of the Daniels, the 2 directors that made everything,
yeah.
everywhere all at once, came up to him and he had he's like a bald kind of like dorky guy. He had a beer in his front shirt pocket, and he was like, dude, soundtrack for Marty was so fucking, I forgot what word he said. Oh, he's like, oh bro, your soundtrack for Marty slapped.
Yeah, that's sick.
He's like, bro,
That's
your
sick.
soundtrack
Actually, I
slaps.
love that. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's the highest compliment you can be paid.
Only cool thing the Daniels have ever done. No shit.
Did you I needed to talk to you about our friend BB Rexa, because she you know that she's stuck in the Khia asylum, and she said,
Wouldn't it be so cool if Kia, the motor
this
car
got into it
corporation,
and was like, this is
changed the name of their dealerships to asylums?
So it said, I heard Sabrina got out, Zara, Charlie, they left, they never looked back, and my fat ass, flop ass is still in here. And I'm like,
I like it.
I like it too. You couldn't have said it. Oh, you couldn't have said it better myself. And thank you, BB. And the other thing that we got to talk about,
Get your deprecation on, BB.
yeah, go get Zep mode. The other thing
I love a fat bitch that knows exactly what her role is in the world, in the game. Play that card. Play your part. We love you for it.
just don't put out any more music. Just figure something else out.
No, that's the thing. Her doing this is going to release the, whatever in her brain to make her create the artwork
to make a hit.
that will get. But I want her to be like, I don't want to escape the Khia asylum. I want to run the asylum. You know what I mean? I want to be the baddest bitch in the Khia asylum.
That's actually a good plan for her.
Which makes her the people's champ. You know what I mean?
Do you think because Robyn's flopping, she's back in the asylum? Or do you think that she's too old to be a part of the conversation because she's like a legend?
Yeah, I mean, I think she has immunity. She has Khia immunity.
No, actually, she's vaccinated against Khia, so she should be good to go. Thanks to dancing on your own. You've been dancing on my own.
Robyn got her Khia shots, and they should be good, I think, until like 2029, until she has to take the test again and renew.
She can still get measles in Stockholm, but she's definitely fine as far as the Khia asylum goes. The other thing,
my girl Robyn, she is flopping. I think hopefully it's just one of those,
not just physically around on the floor during her late night performance, but
her first single off the new album, I think is doing well, and like it was received well. There's a Jamie XX remix that people are feeling like it's a good Robyn song and everyone's happy. Single number 2 is where she used to kind of get her hip hop on a little bit, get her rapidy raps going, and I think just for a millionaire woman in her 50s, head to toe comb, we don't want to hear her going hip hop, a hibbity hip.
Yeah, we don't. I mean? No, we don't.
I want you to sing some fucking lesbian shit. That's all we want.
That's all these women do. She's one of the OG of singing lesbian shit. Speaking of lesbians,
she's a Remy Ma of white chicks.
Speaking of lesbians, Bo and Yang, and his podcast partner Matt Rogers are in trouble, Jason, because they said that you shouldn't donate to a certain political candidate, Jasmine Crockett, down there in Texas.
I was today years old when I learned who the fuck Jasmine Crockett was.
But this is what happens. This is what happens when your audience is too woke and just, for lack of, I hate to use that word, but you should not. Saying in passing you shouldn't donate your money to a candidate you don't like that's definitely going to lose is that should not get you hung up to dry. That you're getting stoned in the town square for saying don't donate to this candidate that has no chance of winning. That's like the woman who was on camera like saying the woman that got killed in Minnesota by ICE like sort of deserved it because she was white.
Right.
Like this shit is getting too crazy, bro. Like you can't. These guys are. Let me tell you something. When you're on a podcast and you're talking and you're saying stuff, like of all the things these guys have said, I'm sure this is probably low down the list of things that are actually problematic.
Yeah,
I stand with Matt and Bowen on this. Like I think they're getting wrongfully hung out.
They
to
need
dry.
this. This is their squirrel jam. This is their horses cat fucking. They need this to cull the herd. But to me, their cardinal sin was very similar to when, let's say, one of your nieces falls and hurts themselves, and they look to you if they should start crying or not.
Yes.
And then, you know what I mean? They should have never apologized because that lets their, their most annoying fan base.
It's
an admission of wrongdoing, and if you're gonna say something like that, stand by it. And if people who are too sensitive stop, patronizing your arts, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Also,
You can't please everyone.
these guys are comedians, for Christ's sake. Like, this is not like this is not on MSNBC. They're not this isn't in the New York Times. It's literally like
It would be really cool if they went back and they're like, you know what? I take my apology back. I don't take back what I said. I take my apology back.
people
Fuck
are
it.
people are like, well, you don't even live in Texas. It's like, okay, bro. Yeah, okay. So now we're all gonna not comment on things that happened outside of our fucking metro
Yeah.
area. Like, get a life. No one on earth that podcasts for a
I don't
living.
live in Venezuela, but I can have thoughts about
Yeah,
what's going on over
imagine
there.
if we were like, sorry, if it's not happening sort of in the New York general area, the LA general area, we can't talk about, like,
It's not
what?
even
Like
in
how
your voting
stupid, how
district,
stupid
Bowen.
can you be? And of course they're not political pundits. Like, most people that talk about politics publicly are not political pundits at this point. That's for better or worse. That's
Yeah.
the disease of social media. I think Bowen and Matt, I think this honestly might bring me to them. Like, I might have switched my whole style up.
Yeah, Bowen, Matt, take back your apology and then come on down.
Come on down.
The water's fine.
It's fine over here. It's fine over here. You don't need these people are gonna look, you're fine. Like, as long as you keep hanging out with Ariana Grande, these people are gonna follow you.
Yeah, this will not fuck your money up. Whoever is going to be really butthurt about that, you ain't getting a check off of them any damn way.
No. I did see a tip jar here in Kingston.
You tell me in upstate New York, there's tip jars with quirky, funny messages written on them?
It's not quirky or funny, Jason. It's a mason jar that says, "Seldom do we hold such an opportunity to transform and reinvent." That's a quote from Zoran, and this is on a tip jar, and I'm a little confused as to what does that have to, like what is that, like, usually there's something quirky and clever about separating you from your money, in a fun way. This is just, I don't think giving $1 when you paid 8 for a latte is going to transform or reinvent anyone's life. It seems a little dramatic for the tip jar, I guess, is all I'm saying.
And also, is tipping socialist or is it anti-socialist?
I don't,
My brain ain't good enough right now for that.
yeah, I don't have time for that. I didn't even do any coke last night.
Like, do we? It doesn't feel socialist to have the people pay their service workers instead of their employer. You know what I mean? Or maybe it is.
I don't
know enough.
I don't know enough either. I would hate.
And are we pooling those tips,
Oof.
or is the hottest barista getting the bulk of them?
Let's hope it goes by looks in that case. In that case, look, we're getting ready to go to Mexico, baby. And I'm not even ready to get in the warm waters over there.
Down Cancun way.
Down Cancun way. No, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun and funny and have all of the things I'm looking for. I think if I get to see Wilco 3 nights in a row, I'm gonna hear maybe all the songs I want to hear that are a little, considered deep cuts. Also, quickly, R.I.P. Bob Weir. Even though, we aren't Grateful Dead people here in the show, we are happy to recognize their great contributions to music and culture, and of course, graphic design. And they gave John Mayer a second life with Men, which is something that I will be forever grateful for.
This one's for you, Bob. Throw your
Bob,
GDs up.
Bob's one of the best shorts wearers we've ever had as well. Legendary shorts wearer, has the thighs out at all times, and I think he's going to be greatly missed, not just by fried losers. But yeah, we'll see.
That's
in
right.
Mexico. We're linking up in Mexico. Looking forward to it.
And this is my version of R&B's Kalela posting on Twitter where the tree at. If you down there in Cabo and you got a little shum, come find your boy them jeans.
There's going to be plenty of rich 55-year-old guys that live in the suburbs of Chicago that flew it down on their PJ. So we'll be able to get you a couple of.
Brother, I got you. You want a DMT pen? Put your name on it so we don't get mixed up.
We'll definitely get you a DMT pen. Definitely that. Definitely that.
I mean, I can't get out of bed without my DMT pen.
I think it's going to be fun. Our show is on Sunday. afternoon.
Our show is on Sunday, live How Long Gone podcast.
Working
There's no real reason to even try to promote it because it's been sold out for months, and that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with us. We're just along for the ride. I'm assuming we probably moved 50% of the tickets, and the other half was kind of Wilco and MJ Lenderman and
Yeah.
Cameron Winters playing there as well.
Yes, it's the whole
It's kind of a gnarly lineup.
the whole squad, the Jayhawks for the heads. It's like it's a very crisp weekend. I'm excited, but I've been talking to Katie and Jake and Kevin about a sort of, what's the next Drug Buddy cover? What are we doing next? So hopefully we'll have time to work something out at sound check, because
Which night are you going to perform with them?
I think they're going to perform with us is probably the case. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they would jeopardize their good standing by bringing me out to do a Gin Blossoms cover.
Smart of them to punch down.
Exactly.
Instead of us punching up.
Low stress, but thank you
Better that way.
Thank you for listening. HowLongGone.com is the website. We got some good podcasts coming up next week, and we appreciate you guys listening as always.
Yeah. Hey, Grok, put this episode in a bikini.
I ain't never let go. And I get right with my baby. I just left the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby, yeah. And I get right with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby, yeah. Then I get right with my baby. I just left the mall, I'm getting fly with my baby, yeah. Then I get right with my baby. I be in the kitchen cooking pie. I'm like, girl, what's up, hello. Seen your pretty eyes soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it, now she remix it for low. She my trap queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just set a goal, talking matching Lambos. And I get high with my baby. I just left the mall, I'm getting